from here? Yeah. Are you listening, darling? Look what we started. Breaking in half left us broken hearted. So where do we go from here? Take me home, cause I wanna feel like I belong. They relate to all this pain in my past, so they listen to my songs. So let's go back to where it began and where it all started from. Take this chance, one last dance, cause I've been waiting way too long. Take my hand, I wanna show you something. Promise I've been dying to see ya. They say the grass ain't always greener. I guess what they're saying is true. In my dreams, that's where I seen her. Take my heart and take all of me, girl. Let me show you what I wanna do. I wanna spend the rest of my life with you. Are you listening, darling? Look where we started. Breaking in half left us broken hearted. So where do we go from here? Are you listening, darling? Look where we started. Breaking in half left us broken hearted. So where do we go from here? Where do we go from here? Yeah, where do we go from here? Are you listening, darling? Are you listening, darling? Are you listening, darling? Look where we started. Breaking in half left us broken hearted. So where do we go from here?
Hello and welcome back, everybody, to another live stream where, of course, today, as always, we will run through the Bitcoin technical analysis. We will take a look at what is currently going on, what has currently been happening, and, of course, what we can look for next. So, yeah, let's jump straight on into it. But before we do, please make sure you smash that thumbs up button. Helps me out, helps the channel out, and, of course, I can continue to bring this content to you. And, yeah, subscribe if you haven't already. But yeah, like I said, let's jump straight on into the video. So, of course, as we know, we did actually make a new all-time high. Well, yeah, it was on the 5th of December, which of course was yesterday. And we did make a new all-time high at $104,645. So of course, absolutely amazing to see us actually breaking that 100K mark. But shortly after that, we did see opening up something I don't want to open up here, but yeah, shortly after that, we did see a huge move all the way back down to just above $90,000, just above $90,000. So, this is, this is a $14,000 move towards the downside, which is just absolutely absurd, like absolutely absurd. And this was just all caused by this one candle right here, okay, this failed auction candle of this previous all-time high, of course trapping over just hundreds of millions of long trades up here, and of course it caused that very quick and swift move down. Now, of course, we were looking for a long trade kind of in this area here. No long trade down here was taken, because even myself, right, even though I like to short when price is rising and long when price is pulling back, I am not going to try and catch a falling knife. What we were, witnessing here was, of course, a falling knife. Yes, okay, the confluence was there, was great. We took out liquidity. We've seen a huge move up ever since that, almost a $10,000 move back up, okay, which of course is absolutely amazing to see. But, okay, but we do just have to be aware that trying to long that move down is trying to catch a falling knife. So I mean, what was this huge pullback caused by? Okay, because initially this was incredibly bullish, right? This rise towards the upside. We had loads of long trades opening up, millions of long trades opening up, but then price started to pull back here. Why did price start to pull back? Well, this is something that we spoke about yesterday, okay? And what we can take a look at over on the order flow is that we were actually seeing huge absorption up here, like huge absorption, right? And we can see this because, of course, price is looking quite bearish up here, right? And what I mean by that is, of course, price is forming these lower highs. If we can get the pen tool up, is on it. Okay, you can see that we are forming these lower highs up here. Okay, these very, very obvious lower highs. And because we are forming these lower highs, can I actually get rid of these as well? Okay, we can. Cool. So yeah, because of course, we were forming this bearish structure here with these lower highs. Okay, of course, taking a look at the order, the CVD. Okay, what we can see, of course, is that the CVD was telling us lots of long trades were coming in. Right? How do we know this? Well, because open interest was increasing over time. Right? We can see, of course, positive delta is building over time as well. Okay, so this is all telling us that there are millions and millions of longs opening up. And looking at this, right, just looking at this order flow here, okay, you can look at this and assume, right, that this is bullish. Okay, you can assume this is very, very bullish. However, this is not bullish, right, because we are, of course, forming bearish structure on Bitcoin. What this indicates to us is that all of these long trades, all these new long trades that are opening up, okay, are actually opening up as prices is plateau. Okay, as prices trading sideways, consolidating, right? Price is not increasing as all of these long trades are opening up. Okay, and what does this indicate to us? Well, this indicates that there is big players or a big player, okay, sat in this area here, okay, kind of like a big whale, right? That is, if I can kind of draw a whale here, okay, who is of course absorbing all of this price action. Okay, this big whale is absorbing all of those longs, right? All of those longs. And as those longs get absorbed, right? Of course, they are, getting absorbed by that big whale. We then, of course, see price reverse in the opposite direction. Okay, because of course, all of these longs at some point that they're going to get fully absorbed if the whale is big enough, right? They're going to get fully absorbed. The longs will get exhausted. There's no more longs to open up, right? So there's only one direction for price to go in, and that, of course, is very much down. Okay, and that is exactly what we saw happen. Again, we saw the huge, like I said, $14,000 move towards the downside. This absolutely huge move, and this was just all caused by one big player, right? One big player who has sold up here. Okay, they were sat here with a big sell limit order. Okay, absorbing all of those millions, right? And we can take a look at all of the millions of longs that opened up, right? If we zoom in, okay, and what we're looking for is increase in positive delta with open interest increases. And we can see 86.6 million long trades opened up here. Okay, we can see 50, well, let's call it 48 million opened up here, 72 opened up here, 18 million here, 49 million here, 25 million here. Okay, we have 61 million here. We have 9.7 there, right? Even here we have 15 million, we have 90 million, just 7 million. Just an insane amount of long trades that have opened up. Okay, and what is price doing? Right, price is just plateau. Right, price is not increasing. Okay, so this is initially very, very bearish, and that's what we did see. Right, we did see a big move towards the downside, and this is something that I spoke about as I'm saying this. Right, we're breaking 100K here again, but yeah. Like I was saying yesterday, this is something that we just have to be a little bit cautious with, right? This big absorption that we're experiencing up here, because even though we're on the 30-minute time frame here and it's not like higher time frame absorption technically, what you have to understand is that this is, like I stated, okay, 48 million, 72 million, 18 million, 50 million, 25 million, 60 million, 90 million. These aren't small amounts of long trades that are getting absorbed here. Okay, these aren't small amount of long trades getting absorbed. Okay, this is a huge amount of long trades getting absorbed, a huge amount. So what this indicates to us is that there is a very, very big player up here with a very, 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 very big sell limit order. Okay, or a series of sell limit orders. Okay, but there are big players selling up here, right? And this is kind of that first indication of, okay, right, is this, is there something that we're not fully understanding here? Okay, is this, a piece of the puzzle that's missing? Okay, why are big players selling up here? And of course, big players will have positioned themselves exactly like we have in a very in a very profitable way, i.e. buying in the bear market, right? That's what we do. We buy in the bear market, we take profits in the bull market. Okay. So I'm not surprised that big players are selling at all. I've openly expressed, okay, that I have been selling on this move up. Okay. I have sold a lot of my portfolio, right? And it's, not necessarily me being bearish and me, not expecting another all-time high. Okay, of course that can happen, but what I'm trying to prepare myself for is, of course, that bear market where, of course, then I can reaccumulate at a much lower price. Okay, buy more Bitcoin than I had originally. Okay, and then of course ride that up for the next bull market, start to sell in that next bull market. Okay, that's kind of what the plan is, right? So for me, this is something that we have to be very, very cautious about because we are looking like, right? Again, you take this with a grain of salt, right? It's looking likely, though, that we could get more absorption up here, okay? Indicating to us that there are still big players up here selling, right? That is just something to be aware about. Again, the reason why I say take it with a grain of sand is because it's not certain, okay, that we will get absorption. It's looking likely that we will, okay, but you can never be 100% sure, okay, because if we do see a huge inflow of long trades and we just see one quick move back up to all-time high, then it's pretty unlikely that we're going to get absorption. Right. But, if we slowly make our way up there, okay, we start to build that positive delta up, okay, then we can, of course, get that indication early that we are getting that absorption. Because, of course, there is another type of absorption that we can look for as well, which, of course, is taking out all-time high. And then, then we see some sort of failed auction swing value pattern, exactly like what happened here. Okay, and then you can look for a pullback. That's kind of the second the second option that you look for. But of course, if we are going to form this absorption, which, like I said, is looking at this moment in time pretty likely, then of course we could be looking for another correction like this. So that's just something that we have to be aware of. And of course, I will be looking to trade that. Okay, if I can, if I can find something. At the moment, I don't really see the confluence up here. I don't really like the confluence yet. Okay, we're in a GP 786 at this moment in time, but we're not getting absorption here. So, it doesn't really mean much to me at this moment in time. Okay, we don't have that absorption yet. Yes, there is that possibility that we do get it. If we do get it, okay, then we can look for something there. But at this moment in time, still remaining patient. Okay, just still very much remaining patient, and just waiting for a nice possible trade setup. Of course, it's still taking advantage of this rise towards the upside because, of course, I do still have that HODL portfolio, which, like I said, I have taken a lot of profits from recently, just because I do personally believe that the market is so overinflated right now that it's not that we're going to enter into a bear market. It's more of the case that how much more upside can we realistically have? Okay, that's just something that we also have to bear in mind as well. Realistically, how much higher can you really go? Okay, that's kind of what I'm preparing for. So, talking in terms of, let's say, the last bull market, right? And just looking like how big the rise was. Okay, well, that was do we take it from the, there's a bit of an argument here. Do you take it from the 2020 around 600%, okay, move towards the upside? And, what are we seeing here? Okay, we're seeing close to a 600% move towards the upside. So, okay, there's room for more upside, I do think. Okay, I do think, there's probably more room for upside, but then it's a case of, I think 180, I think that's probably a little bit too too excessive, in all honesty. It's a possibility, but I think, it's looking at it in a realistic standpoint, it's like, okay, the market is just so overly extended right now. And I think, probabilities for higher, okay, are actually lower. than probabilities for lower. So that's just how I see it. That's how I perceive it. Yeah, we'll see. Okay, we'll see what happens from here. Of course, I'm very happy to take profits up here on the HODL portfolios. Like I said yesterday, I've been positioning myself into this big HODL portfolio from, I bought at 16,000, okay, when we dipped all the way down to 15,000. I was buying at 16,000, I was buying at 18 to 20,000, I was buying above 20,000, 25,000. The last lot that I bought was at 35,000. After 35,000, I didn't buy anything, okay, because first of all, okay, that's when I thought, okay, we're in the bull market here. There's no point of buying anymore because we're going to see a big move up. And second of all, I had nothing left to buy. Okay, everything, all cash was just gone. Other than the cash that I needed to live, of course, used to live with. But everything that I had was just into it, and it's positioned myself in a good way. And now it's kind of the opposite, right? I now need to position myself in such a way where I'm not going to lose these returns, because I can't lie to you, not small returns, right? I don't want to lose the returns that I have made. So I'm kind of thinking to myself, right, think 5 steps ahead, prepare yourself for this bear market. I'm very happy with how well I've done in this bull market. So now it's a case of, let's prepare for the next bull market here. Okay. And the only way to prepare is to, of course, have as much cash as possible. The only way to do so is by taking profits. Okay. It's, the only way you're going to get as much cash as possible into the bank. But yeah, I mean, that's pretty much it. In all honesty, again, I just kind of want to warn you a little bit of, okay, we may have absorption. It's not 100%, okay, but we may start seeing some absorption here. So just something to be aware of. We are seeing 42 or 43 million new long trades opening up here. So, a lot of long trades coming in. And of course, that's only going to add to that CVD, increasing, of course, that positive delta. So, it's just something to be aware of. Not saying that we're going to get the absorption, but it's something to be aware of. So, yeah, let's just keep our eyes out on that, of course. If we do see a move up to all-time high and we do start to see weakness up here, that's where I would kind of potentially look for a short trade. But at this moment in time, we'll see, because, recently we've just been smashing through the all-time highs with no real weakness. So, again, it's a case of, right, we've got this level towards the upside, but if we smash through it, there's absolutely no short. Okay, absolutely no short. It's a case of what's happening up here. Are we trapping traders up here? If we are, great, we look for a short trade. If we're not, okay, and we're looking very bullish coming into that level and getting above that level, then of course it's patience, let price do its thing, and let's continue to make profits, of course, on that HODL portfolio. Stock market is, of course, having a big correction, as it should. Okay, it's had a huge move towards the upside, as Bitcoin did. Bitcoin had the correction. Stock market's having the correction. Like Eric said yesterday, it's a healthy correction. It's all good. And, we can still make another all-time high. Okay, we still can make another all-time high. I would prefer to, of course, not see that absorption coming in for another all-time high, because if we're going to see attempts of all-time high being absorbed, that is considered a big sign of weakness. So that's just something we have to be aware of. But yeah, as long as we can get back to all-time high with no absorption, the bull market is still very much in play. So yeah, let's regroup next week. Of course, any visionary members, if anything happens, of course, I'll be in the Discord. But yeah, we'll regroup next week and we will see where we are from there. And yeah, hopefully we can get, I understand, yeah, no trades this week again, which is a bit unfortunate. But yeah, I mean, I want to let the market settle, let the market do its thing. Give me those high probability trade setup. So yeah, have a lovely weekend, guys, if I do not speak to you, if I do not see you. So yeah, have a lovely weekend, have a lovely rest of your day, and yeah, I will see you soon. So take care.